If you're here, it's likely because you're in one of the most frustrating situations a man can face. You've put in the effort, been kind, invested time and energy, yet you still feel like she only sees you as a friend. And that, my friend, hurts. The worst part is that you're still confused, wondering if there's a chance for something more or if you're wasting your time hoping things will change. Let me tell you from the start. If you don't understand the signs, you'll end up in the infamous friend zone that so many talk about and so few know how to escape. But before we start breaking down the signs, I need you to do something important. Like the video and subscribe to the channel, because I'm going to tell you what you need to hear to stop deceiving yourself and start seeing things as they are. Let's be clear. Not all women who are friendly with you are interested in something romantic. Sometimes, no matter how hard you try, all you're going to get is a friendship. And this is where most men go wrong. They cling to useless hopes, thinking they can change their situation by doing more or by proving how good they are. But I'm going to tell you something that hurts. If a woman sees you as a friend from the beginning, she will rarely change her mind. Accepting this is the first step to stop wasting your time. So pay attention to these 10 key signs that she only sees you as a friend, and nothing more. If you recognize several of these signs, it's time to rethink your expectations. Learn to interpret her actions. Don't confuse kindness with romantic interest. Look, here's what's killing you. You're confusing her kindness with romantic interest. If she's friendly, listens to you when you talk, and smiles at you, that doesn't automatically mean she likes you romantically. Many women are just naturally kind, and you're holding on to that as if it's a sign of something more. Don't be mistaken. Kindness is not an invitation to something deeper. If she's not giving you clear signs of romantic interest and is just being polite or courteous, she's probably only seeing you as a friend. Don't confuse the basics with something that doesn't exist. How to detect if her compliments are just friendly. You've noticed that she gives you compliments, right? But what you don't understand is that not all compliments have a romantic undertone. If she says things like, "You're such a great friend," or "I love how you're always there for me," don't take it as a sign of interest. That's what friends say, not what an interested woman would say. If her compliments aren't specific about your physical attractiveness or how you make her feel emotionally, she's probably putting you in the friend category. If her words don't make you feel uncomfortable or nervous, but rather comfortable and relaxed, it's a clear sign there's no romantic attraction on her part. She doesn't get nervous around you. What it means: when a woman has romantic interest in you, she gets nervous. It's natural. She laughs more than usual, makes eye contact and then looks away, plays with her hair, shows signs that she cares more than she says. If she shows no signs of nervousness or discomfort when you're around, it's likely that she simply sees you as another friend. You don't create that kind of emotional tension that arises with romantic attraction. If you can sit with her watching a movie and not feel any hint of awkwardness between you, that's a sign that what you have is purely friendship. If she treats you like a brother, she's not interested. This is one of the most painful yet most obvious indicators. If she refers to you as her brother or treats you like an older brother, you're already in the friend zone. Women who see you as a brother usually joke with you, openly talk about their dates and romantic problems, and view you as a supportive figure, not a potential partner. If you start hearing phrases like, "You're like a brother to me," there's your clear answer. She doesn't see you any other way, and what's worse, she probably never will. How to accept that friendship is all she wants. Here's where you have to be honest with yourself. If all signs point to her only wanting you as a friend, you have to accept it. Don't deceive yourself thinking that one day she'll wake up and realize how wonderful you are as a partner. The most likely scenario is that if she hasn't seen it already, she never will. Accepting that she only sees you as a friend is liberating because it allows you to stop wasting energy on something that won't happen. Instead of waiting for something more, value the friendship for what it is, and if you don't feel capable of just being her friend, distance yourself to avoid getting hurt more. Understand the signs that she only sees you as a friend and nothing more. If she's always talking to you about other guys, her failed dates, or what she likes about other men, and never includes you in that romantic equation, it's because she doesn't see you as an option. When a woman sees you as a potential partner, she won't talk about other men in the same way she does with a friend. If she feels comfortable telling you how much she likes someone else, there's your answer. You're the confidant, the friend, but not the guy she's swooning over. It's hard to accept, but it's better to move on before you waste more time. Avoid forcing romantic situations when the signs aren't there. This is the most common mistake you make. You try to force romantic situations, setting up dates disguised as casual hangouts or looking for intimate moments where there are none. But here's the reality. If she's not showing clear signs of romantic interest, all you'll do is make things awkward. Forcing situations will only make her distance herself more, and worse, you could lose the friendship. If the signs aren't there, don't make them up. Learn to read the situation and don't let your own desires dictate the outcome. You're not doing yourself any favors. Does she hug you without romantic intent? Discover why. Hugs can be misleading. If she hugs you but does so in a totally casual manner, with no romantic intent behind it, don't confuse it with a sign of interest. Some hugs are purely friendly. If you don't feel any difference between how she hugs you and how she hugs her other friends, then it's because there's nothing more there. The way she hugs you can say a lot, but if it's a quick hug without any emotional tension, all she's telling you is that you're her friend, nothing more. How to recognize the difference between a platonic and a potentially romantic relationship. This is key. Knowing how to distinguish between a platonic relationship and one that has the potential to become something more. In a platonic relationship, there's no emotional tension or nervousness. Things flow naturally and comfortably. In contrast, in a relationship that has romantic possibilities, there are moments of awkwardness, flirting, lingering looks, nervous laughter. If you've never felt that tension with her, if there's never been a moment where she's made you think there could be something more, it's because what you have is purely platonic. Learn to value friendship and move on without romantic expectations. Finally, if she only sees you as a friend, you have two options. You can either continue being her friend without expecting anything more, or you can decide that it's better to cut ties and move on. The most important thing is not to get stuck in a cycle of unfulfilled expectations. Value what you have, but if you can't handle the situation, it's best to step away. It's better to move on and find someone who sees you the way you want to be seen than to keep investing in something that will never be. So there you have it. 10 clear signs that she only sees you as a friend and not as a partner. If you recognize yourself in several of these situations, it's time to stop deceiving yourself. How to know if she's comfortable with you but doesn't feel attraction. Are you tired of experiencing the same thing over and over again? You invest your time, strive to be the kind of man she could feel comfortable with, but in the end, you realize that, even though she feels at ease with you, there's no spark you were hoping for. Today, I'm going to tell you exactly how to know if she's comfortable with you but doesn't feel attraction. Because if you keep confusing comfort with romance, you'll end up stuck in relationships that will never take you where you truly want to go. Before we start, I want you to do something for yourself. Like the video and subscribe to the channel, because here I'm going to give it to you straight so you stop living in self-deception and start seeing things for what they really are. Now, let's get to the point. There's a huge difference between a woman who feels comfortable with you and one who feels attraction. Comfort can be a trap for many men, because they interpret it as a step towards romance when, in reality, it's just a sign of friendship. When women feel comfortable with you, they can relax and enjoy your company, but that doesn't mean they want something more. So, pay attention to these 10 key signs that will help you understand if she's just comfortable with you but doesn't feel attraction. 1. Total relaxation or romantic tension. Learn to distinguish. Here's what you need to understand first. If when you're together she feels completely relaxed, as if there's no tension between you, it's a sign that there probably isn't any attraction. When a woman feels something for you, she gets nervous. There's tension, a sort of spark in the air. But if she's always calm, without that touch of nervousness, it means she sees you more as a friend or a comfortable companion, not as someone she wants to have something romantic with. Learn to identify that difference. If everything is always too relaxed, attraction is probably not present. 2. When there's no discomfort but also no chemistry. This is one of the clearest indicators. If there are never any awkward silences, if there are never any moments of flirting or looks that linger longer than necessary, it's because romantic chemistry simply doesn't exist. You might be thinking that comfort is a good thing, and in many ways it is, but in the context of romance, if there's only comfort without those awkward moments that create natural attraction, then there's no romantic future. Don't confuse a relationship without discomfort with one that has the potential to be something more. Attraction comes with a certain level of uncertainty, of nervousness. If everything always flows too easily, it's a sign that she sees you as a friend. 3. How to identify if comfort is a sign of friendship, not romance. This is where many men fall into the trap. They see that she feels comfortable, spends time with them, laughs, and has fun, and they think they're moving towards something more. But that's not the case. Comfort, in many cases, is simply a sign of friendship. If she's not making an effort to impress you, if she doesn't try to see you in a romantic light or subtly flirt, then she probably just sees you as someone she can trust and feel safe with, but without any romantic interest. You need to learn to distinguish between friendship and something more. If comfort is excessive, you're in the realm of friendship. 4. Does she feel safe with you but doesn't flirt? Here's what it means. Safety is a positive sign in any type of relationship, but if she feels safe with you and shows no signs of flirting, it's a clear sign that there's no romantic attraction. Women flirt subtly when they're interested, whether with looks, smiles, or even comments with emotional or sexual undertones. If this never happens with her, if she's just around you because she feels safe and comfortable, but without any flirty tension, that's your answer. She's not interested in you romantically. It's easy to confuse the safety she feels with you as a sign of something more, but if there's no flirting, there's only friendship. 5. Don't confuse comfort with romance. This is the mistake many men make. They think that because a woman feels comfortable with them, eventually that comfort will turn into attraction. But it doesn't work that way. Comfort is just one part of a relationship, but if there's no spark from the beginning, you can't expect it to magically appear. If after a considerable time she shows no signs of attraction, she's not going to change her mind just because she feels comfortable with you. Stop deluding yourself. If comfort is all you see, and there's never any hint of something more, it's because what you have is a friendship and nothing more. 6. If there are never any awkward silences, it's because she's not interested. Awkward silences, though they may seem negative, are actually a positive sign in a relationship where there's attraction. When two people like each other, those moments of silence create tension. A tension that can be resolved with a smile, a look, or even a nervous comment. But if you never experience these moments with her, if everything always flows in a relaxed manner with no discomfort, it's because she's not romantically interested in you. The lack of discomfort in this case is not a good sign. It's simply an indication that attraction is not present. 7. How to handle disappointment when there's no attraction on her part. It's hard to accept that someone you feel so good with, and who seems to enjoy your company, doesn't feel the same way about you. But it's something you need to learn to handle. If you realize that she's only comfortable with you but doesn't feel attraction, the best thing you can do is accept the situation and not force things. Don't keep trying to turn a friendship into something more when there are no signs of attraction. By doing so, you're only hurting yourself and jeopardizing the relationship you already have. Learn to handle disappointment with maturity and move on. 8. How to adjust your expectations when attraction is not present. This is a key point. Many men enter these relationships with the wrong expectations. They believe that because there is comfort, eventually there will be romance. But if the signs aren't there from the beginning, you need to adjust your expectations. You can't expect a woman to change her feelings just because you spend time together. If you realize that attraction is not present, adjust your expectations and decide whether you really want to keep investing in that relationship as a friend or if it's better to move on. Don't cling to something that's not going to happen. 9. The difference between feeling comfortable and feeling attracted. It's important to understand the fundamental difference between a woman who feels comfortable with you and one who feels attracted. Comfort is a feeling of safety, of tranquility, while attraction is much more intense. It involves nervousness, excitement, even a slight discomfort. If she only feels comfortable with you but never shows signs of being nervous or excited to see you, it's because she's not romantically attracted. Don't confuse these two feelings, as they are completely different and lead to very different outcomes. 10. Learn to respect her feelings and maintain a healthy relationship. Finally, the most important thing is to respect her feelings. If you realize she doesn't feel attraction for you but enjoys your company as a friend, don't try to force something that's not there. Learning to maintain a healthy relationship based on mutual respect is crucial. If you can accept reality and move on without romantic expectations, you'll have a solid and authentic friendship. If you can't, it's best to distance yourself to protect your own feelings. Respecting her feelings also means respecting yourself enough not to stay in a situation that will hurt you in the long run. There you have it. 10 clear signs that she's comfortable with you but doesn't feel attraction. Stop confusing comfort with romance, and stop investing your time in something that's not going to happen. Friendship versus romance. 10 signs she's not interested in you. Have you ever found yourself in a situation where you're unsure if that special girl sees you as a friend or something more? Let's be honest. Many men deceive themselves into thinking there's a chance for romance when, in reality, she's already decided you're just a friend. If you keep misinterpreting the signals, you're setting yourself up for a major disappointment. Today, I'm breaking down the 10 clearest indicators that she's not interested in you romantically. And before we dive in, do yourself a favor. Like this video and subscribe to the channel. I'm going to tell you what you really need to hear to stop wasting your time and start understanding when it's time to move on. Now, let's get to the point. These 10 indicators are the most obvious, yet often the most ignored. If you recognize several of them in the girl you like, it's time to face the reality. She probably only sees you as a friend and nothing more. Stop investing your time and energy in something that isn't going to change. I'm telling you right now, if you see these signs, don't get your hopes up. 1. Doesn't get jealous? This could be a major sign. This is one of the most obvious indicators. If you talk about other girls with her, mention that you've been on dates, or even flirt with someone else in front of her and she shows no sign of jealousy, it's because she's not interested in you romantically. When a woman is interested in you, even subtly, she will show some discomfort or annoyance if she feels you're paying attention to someone else. If she encourages you to pursue other women or doesn't care what you do in that regard, that's a sign there's no romantic attraction. She's comfortable with the idea of you being with someone else because she doesn't see you as a potential partner. 2. Mentions other guys constantly? If she constantly talks about other guys she likes, her dates, or her romantic experiences, she probably only sees you as a friend or, worse, as a confidant. Women don't usually talk about their romantic interests with men they're attracted to. If she's talking about her relationships, it's because she sees you as someone she can share these things with without worrying about you feeling bad or uncomfortable. It's hard to accept, but if she's including you in these conversations, it's because she doesn't see you as a romantic option. 3. How to tell if you're just a confidant, not a partner. When a woman sees you as a confidant, she tells you everything. She talks about her problems, her relationships, her insecurities, and relies on you as she would with a close friend or brother. If you've become her confidant, it's very likely that she no longer sees you as someone she could have a romantic relationship with. There's a difference between having an emotional connection with someone you like and being their confidant, the person they tell everything to without worrying about how they appear to you. If you find yourself in this situation, it's because she has put you in a very specific category. Trusted friend, but nothing more. For body language that reveals lack of romantic interest, body language says more than words can express. If she always keeps physical distance, avoids prolonged eye contact, or simply doesn't show signs of flirting through her posture or gestures, it's a sign that she's not interested in you romantically. Women who are interested will lean towards you when talking, subtly touch your arm or shoulder, or play with their hair while looking at you. If you don't see any of this in her body language, she probably only sees you as a friend, and her body language is making it clear. 5. Gives you dating advice? If she gives you advice on how to attract other girls, how to improve your dates, or even helps you analyze what went wrong in your last relationship, it's clear that she doesn't see you as a potential partner. Women don't usually help men they like to date other women. If she's comfortable giving you this kind of advice, it's because she's already put you in the friend category. Stop kidding yourself, because if she's investing time in helping you get with someone else, she's not interested in you that way. 6. How to avoid being the best friend. When you want more, avoiding being the best friend is tough but not impossible. If you already recognize that she sees you as the guy she can rely on for everything except romance, it's time to change your strategy. First, stop being the always available guy. If you're always there to listen to her problems or help her out, you're putting yourself in the position of an unconditional friend. It's not bad to be a good friend, but if you're looking for something more, you need to set some boundaries. Make her notice that you can't always be there for her, and start creating a bit of distance. I'm not saying you should disappear completely, but stop being so predictable and available. 7. Never compliments your looks? This is a point many men overlook. If a woman never compliments your physical appearance, it's a sign that she's not interested in you romantically. Women who are attracted to you will make comments about how you look, even subtly. If she's always praising your personality, how good a friend you are, but never mentions your looks, it's because she doesn't see you as an attractive option. It might sound harsh, but if she only praises you for what you do and not for how you look, she probably sees you as a neutral figure in terms of attraction. 8. Subtle gestures that indicate you're just a friend. Subtle gestures can also reveal her true feelings. If she hugs you quickly and casually, if her smiles are always friendly and never playful, or if her interactions with you feel completely free of any emotional tension, it's because she sees you as a friend. These small gestures may seem insignificant, but they are very revealing. When a woman is interested, her gestures are more intentional. Hugs last longer, glances are more intense, and smiles have a touch of nervousness or flirtation. 9. Always suggests group plans? If every time you try to make plans with her, she suggests doing it in a group, that's a clear sign she's not interested in you romantically. Women who see a man as a romantic option look for one-on-one moments, spaces to connect individually. If she prefers to always go out in a group or invites more people every time you suggest a solo plan, it's because she's not comfortable with you in an intimate context or because she doesn't see you that way. Don't fool yourself into thinking she just likes the company of others. This is a sign that she's not interested in a romance with you. 10. Accept the reality when she's not interested. The final point, but perhaps the most important, is accepting reality. If you've seen several of these signs and are still hoping something will change, you're wasting your time. You need to be honest with yourself and accept that if she hasn't shown interest so far, she probably won't. Stop forcing situations, dreaming up illusions, or hoping that magically one day she'll change her mind. If she only sees you as a friend, it's better to accept it, maintain the friendship if that's what you want, or move on if what you really desire is something more. Don't stay stuck in a place where you won't be happy. There you have it, 10 clear indicators that she's not interested in you romantically. If you've recognized several of these signs, it's time to make a decision. Does she see you as just a friend? Discover the signs that there's no romantic chemistry. If you've ever wondered if the girl you spend time with actually sees you as more than just a friend, then you need to hear this. The truth is, many men find themselves stuck in that gray area where confusion between friendship and romance ends up leading to frustration. Today, I'm going to give you the clear signs that, unfortunately, she only sees you as a friend, and there's no romantic chemistry. And before you dive into the truth, I want you to do something for yourself. Like this video and subscribe to the channel, because this is where you'll finally learn to stop wasting time and understand what it really means when a girl isn't romantically interested. Let's be clear from the start. If you recognize yourself in several of the signs I'm about to mention, then it's time to stop deceiving yourself and clinging to hopes that won't materialize. Sometimes a woman might really enjoy your company, but that doesn't mean she feels romantic attraction towards you. Pay attention to these 10 signs because if you see them in her, it's time to accept that she only sees you as a friend. How to differentiate between a friendly smile and an interested one. Here's the first clue. Smiles. A friendly smile is warm but lacks the spark of excitement that a romantic smile would have. If, when you're with her, her smiles are just relaxed, without that slight tension that betrays nervousness or attraction, it's a sign she sees you only as a friend. Friendly smiles are easy to recognize. They are more consistent, less emotional, and don't leave you with that feeling of uncertainty. If you don't notice her smile changing when she's with you, it's because there's no romantic chemistry. If she never seeks alone time, it's because there's no attraction. When a woman is interested in you, she'll seek out moments alone, opportunities to spend time with you without the distraction of other people. But if you notice she's always surrounded by friends, avoids being alone with you, or makes no effort to create those intimate moments, it's because she doesn't feel attraction towards you. It's not that she doesn't enjoy your company. It's just that she doesn't see you romantically. If every time you try to plan something alone, she changes the plan to include a group, it's a clear sign she's not interested in a romantic relationship with you. Understand her behavior when she only wants your friendship. One of the biggest mistakes you make is not understanding her behavior. If she treats you like any other friend, talking to you casually, without worrying about how you perceive her or how you see yourself, it's a sign there's no romantic tension between you. Women who only want friendship don't worry so much about impressing you or maintaining a polished image in front of you. If you notice her interactions are more casual, she speaks to you very directly without flirting or playful remarks, that's a sign her intention is just friendship. Learn to handle your emotions when there's no reciprocity. This is an important point. You won't always find the reciprocity you're looking for, and you need to learn to handle it. If you realize she doesn't feel the same way about you, it's crucial to take control of your emotions. Don't keep dreaming or waiting for things to change magically. Learn to accept what you feel, but also to know when to step away. If she only sees you as a friend, there's no sense in continuing to push for something that won't happen. Maturity in these situations is key to avoiding emotional harm and keeping your dignity intact. If she talks about other guys with you, she doesn't want you romantically. This is almost always the end of the illusion. If she talks about other guys with you, tells you about her dates, her romantic interests, or even asks you for advice on dealing with her relationships, it's a sign she doesn't see you as a romantic option. Women who feel attraction won't open up about other relationships this way because they'd want to keep your expectations focused on her. If you're the type of guy she talks about other guys with, it's because she's categorized you as a friend. And it's time you accept that. Avoid misunderstandings. When flirting never happens. If there's never been any kind of flirting between you, if the jokes you make are purely friendly and have no emotional or sexual tension, it's because there's no romantic interest on her part. Flirting, no matter how subtle, is a key sign that a woman sees you differently. But if everything is light and relaxed, If she never drops hints or plays with the idea of something more, it's because she only sees you as a friend. Don't confuse emotional closeness with flirting. If there's never been a game of seduction between you, that's your answer. The importance of knowing when to withdraw from a potential disappointment. Sometimes, the best decision you can make is to step back. If you've already seen several signs that she's not interested in you romantically, there's no point in continuing to pursue a relationship that won't happen. Staying in that situation will only lead to disappointment. Learn to recognize when it's time to step away to avoid further frustration. I'm not saying to cut off the friendship, but to put emotional distance if your feelings are unreciprocated. This will allow you to heal and prevent the situation from worsening. How to value a solid friendship when there's no romance. This is crucial. While it's tough to accept that she doesn't feel the same way about you, it's also important to value what you do have: a solid friendship. Romantic relationships aren't the only valuable thing in life, and true friendship can be a source of support and growth. If you can accept that there's no romantic attraction and feel comfortable with the idea of being her friend, then you have the opportunity to maintain a meaningful relationship. Value the friendship for what it is and don't try to turn it into something it's not or will never be. If there's no nervousness in the air, it's because she's not interested. This is another key indicator. When there's attraction, there's always a bit of nervousness in the air. Whether it's a lingering look, a nervous laugh, or even awkward moments of silence, attraction creates tension. But if everything between you is easy, relaxed, and you never feel that tension, it's because there's no romantic interest. If every conversation flows too comfortably, without that spark of uncertainty, it's because she only sees you as a friend. And as much as she enjoys your company, if she never feels that nervous excitement, she's not interested in something more. Recognize the signs to avoid wasting your time on futureless relationships. At the end of the day, the most important thing is to learn to recognize these signs so you don't keep wasting your time. If you see several of these signs in her, it's time to accept that there's no romantic chemistry and move on. Don't get stuck in a relationship with no future, hoping something will change. Maintain your dignity and keep looking for someone who truly sees you the way you want to be seen. Don't settle for less.